hey, 581, 581, 581, 581. It's fine though, I killed all 4. I killed everyone.
Dobra.
I don't know if I die. I don't die. I'm good. Here we go. This is the moment. Shine.
Immune shield, oh my god. Your weapon. Get ready.
Watch me with a fucking melee. No, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
Oh, don't care. Bot walk.
I gotta make it. Back. I gotta do the grenade. Oh my god, what the fuck? They got right, everyone. What's going on? Here we are at the power station on a slightly different part of it, you know. I could go over there, but the issue is I've got 11 minutes to really do this, so I better get cracking before the game boots me out. I've got 11 minutes to make this build video, so let's get into it. Right, so here is my Striker Obliterate crit build for PvP. I've gone through many iterations of Striker, starting from the final buff that it received that basically made it where your stacks would give you 1% weapon damage if you had the backpack, and a maximum of 200 stacks when running the chest piece. I have tried the chest piece in many occasions, and to this day I still find the odd situation where it may be better to use the chest piece, but really and truly, in PvP, because time to kill is so quick, especially now with double companion being a thing, although that will likely be fixed, it's too quick for you to really reliably stack that in PvP to beyond 100. I mean, you can get to 100 quite easily, and beyond that, well, it's kind of difficult, and whatever you do get beyond 100, is it really worth going beyond 100 or not? Real answer is not really. So that is why I chose to test out Obliterate. Again, for all the time that I spent crying about crit builds, headshot builds continue to get destroyed patch after patch after patch, or the crit builds basically given benefits that outweigh whatever headshot could have. Before, you used to run headshot hazard because of people using status effects. That was the balance to crit builds, but now we have a gear set called Paladin or Cavalier. I believe I have a build of it. Here's one, for example. This gear set is capable of giving you and your entire team basically 100% hazard protection on a 4-second, 5-second downtime, 10-second uptime. What that means is now it is ever more important to just run crit, and headshot just has little to no benefits now. So yeah, unfortunately crit is now the way forward. I think with this gear set it's basically solidified that. So here we are. I made a crit build, and this is probably one of the strongest crit builds I've ever made. It is the one thing that has brought Eagle Bearer back to its dominance. Yeah, I'm not evacuating shit, man. I'm doing a build video, do you mind? Right, carrying on. So, you know, as much as I want to use hazard builds or headshot builds, we're just not in that place anymore. The striker crit it is. This gives Eagle Bearer the damage that you need. Like, right, with this, right? Yeah, it could be a little difficult to fight people with Unbreakable who are really tanky and maybe arguably semi-good or as good or better than you. But if you can play smart and use a bit of a cheese skill like the Fire Sticky, you can get that good player out of the way. Ideally what you want to do is stack with your ACS shotgun. I am using, in this case, the Rock and Roll, simply because I get 2 goes out of it, 2 stack runs, right? Basically 15 rounds is generally speaking enough to shoot at, miss a few, and still stack to 100. Then what you want to do is you want to swap to your Eagle Bearer and then continue with that. That is the whole premise of this build. Just like Div 1, you go do 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 do, and then you pull out your main AR, and then you go brrrr, alright? And Eagle Bearer has tenacity, which means that when you get that headshot kill, you will gain damage mitigation that, well, basically gives you what can be, in some situations, God mode for 10 seconds. Unless you get the buff when you're really, really weak, you're probably still going to get sprayed through and, you know, finished off. So, yeah. Eagle Bearer is probably the #1 weapon you want to use with this build. However, there will be situations where it will be replaced by the new best AR, which in my opinion is the St. Elmo's engine. I know a lot of people are complaining about it, saying that it has no place in PvP, and I understand your frustration, but the answer to St. Elmo is really, really simple. It is change 2 pieces in your build, shut the fuck up, and counter it, right? Whereas what people are doing is they're running around with companion builds like this and insta-killing you, but because their backpack talent is proccing again, or either both of them are proccing again, or one of them is proccing again, or proccing without the actual condition, which is having a skill or a teammate nearby, and they're insta-killing you. However, you can see on this build, the way I've designed it is I've put the new exotic holster, which gives you 60% shock resistance, 10 from the actual attribute, and 50 from the piece itself, and then I have a Jarl with hazard. Now for my striker build, which I will show you in a minute, I have a variant of this with that, so let's quickly show you. So just so you know, let's go through the attributes before you get too confused about my format. Everything is crit damage, right? Everything is crit damage, crit chance, crit damage, crit chance. Which one's a crit damage, which one's a crit chance, it doesn't really matter. You may as well go everywhere crit damage and then go crit chance on the mods. However, I have crit chance there, crit damage on the mod here, and then crit damage on the mod here. That means that my 2 crit chance striker pieces could actually be crit damage, with all 3 of my pieces here having mods. The reason I don't do that is I believe when I swap a few pieces around, I want to have my crit chance mods available, because you may not have a full bank of max crit chance mods. So yeah, it could be difficult for you to then take a piece off, take the mod off. You don't want to do that. When I'm telling you people that you need to adapt in the fight, in combat, around a corner from a player that's about to fight you, you need to do it quickly, and you ain't got time to be going into your menu, oh yeah, got to change my mod, offensive, No, you ain't got time for that, right? Unless you're really, really quick and proficient in your menu, then by all means go ahead, but if you're not, well, you ain't got time to do that. You're going to die changing your pieces, and that would be stupid. So if you want to counter shock, it's quite simple. You put on one of these pieces. What does that send your hazard protection to? 20 base and 70 shock, right? That's not enough. That's why you need to have a Jarl piece. But because you're running a gear set, that means that your Jarl has to go on your chest. So if you haven't got a Jarl chest with Obliterate, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to make this build until you go ahead and farm it, or I guess you could just find an unbreakable crit damage hazard if you have it. Otherwise, G fucking G. I mean, technically speaking, what you could do is keep the Cheska and then put on 2 shock mods, but that would not be very efficient. I don't recommend that so much. But yeah, you could do that. But you'd be sacrificing 24 crit damage in order to obtain that. And then you don't get the universal 10 hazard, 20 hazard. That I think is just better to go with Jarl. So as you can see in the next section of the video, I'll be showing you gameplay. I've been using this exact variant. The problem with losing Cheska is you now lost 10% crit chance, which means that your crit chance is too low. That is why I will be changing the Eagle Bearer in this situation over to St. Elmo, because St. Elmo comes with 20% crit chance, 20 crit damage, whereas the Eagle Bearer only comes with 10 crit chance and 15 crit damage. So you do get a stat bump going with St. Elmo. Also, Eagle Bearer is stuck with headshot damage. St. Elmo, you can get it to reconfigure with damage to targets out of cover. So 5 minutes left, that's all we got. In fact, again, Famous, in my opinion, is simply overshadowed now by the St. Elmo. Yes, it has higher burst, and if you're using Sadist, yes, you will deal higher burst by, quite a bit still. But if you're not running Bleed, then just run St. Elmo. The stat buff bonuses right here from the attachments are well enough to compete with the Famous. The actual base damage between the Famous and the Police and Fort is the same, but the Famous does have a 50 RPM bonus, so it's like a 6% damage bonus or DPS bonus through RPM, and the fact that you get a talent that gives you damage. But on here you get a stat buff from these which balances it out, not to mention the fact that you have 20 rounds extra compared to Famous. So I would say that in most situations you run an Eagle Bearer with this, yeah, a shotgun. You can run the lefty if you find yourself throwing grenades, or if you want to use Survivalist. That's really good if you want to play in a team against a full server. But I would say that the moment you put the hazard on, yeah, to counter the shock, you then have to go shock yourself. That means your crit chance will be 54. So then what I do here is somewhere I take off a crit chance mod, and I go for crit damage. So maybe I should have the crit damage mod. See, there is a way to basically move my pieces around so that when I change these two pieces, I am still at exactly crit chance. So basically, I think this crit damage roll needs to be crit chance, and that would be fine. That would be ideal, because I don't want to be going into my menu, like I stated earlier, changing stuff around. That's not what I want. All my crit chance mods that I use are at the bottom. Okay, here we go, like that. And that way your crit chance stays at 60, and you only have 100 crit damage. So yeah, in solo PvP, this would not be that great, because your damage will simply be too low. Not that you will be able to get your damage up if you can find a bot or two to fire at, or a decoy to fire at, or some NPCs to take advantage of. But once you do have your stacks, or if you play with a teammate who's supporting you, because right now solo PvP is just down the drain. If you're playing solo and you expect to use my builds and do really, really great, I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong. You can't be doing it like that anymore. Like, solo PvP is dead. That's just a sad reality. So that's basically the build. I mean, yeah, sidearm, you could go with the double barrel just for a quick pop, before you die. Just whip it out, pop. You can get you a kill, whereas you may not be able to get that kill. But the orbit is going to give you some extra crit damage. As usual, you guys should know by now, any skills you destroy, decoys, drones, you're going to be getting that buff. Make sure you hold it in your hand right before you fight, swap, and then you got your damage bonus for 15 seconds, which is a hell of a long time. You could run the card with finisher, or run the card with sledgehammer. I do recommend everyone to be carrying a weapon with sledgehammer, or equipping a weapon with sledgehammer, and anytime you throw a grenade, you basically have a chance at proccing a damage debuff on the enemy and movement if they don't have paladin on their team. Skills, I mean, it's up to you. I like decoy because it lets you move around as DPS player and not be pre-aimed. If you can get the first shot, especially with Eagle Bearer, then you're more likely to get that buff, that tenacity, and all it takes is 1 kill to get 4, which is amazing. And again, I choose fire sticky, simp, or EMP sticky if there's mortars or skills, because you need to use an offensive skill, either because you get yourself into a bit of trouble, you run back, you medkit around the corner, and the guy pushes in, you blow it up, you've medkitted, now you can fight. It's a classic, stage process that you need to be integrating into your gameplay. And if you don't have an offensive skill, and you're one of those, I go jammer and drone and decoy and drone, jammer and decoy, bro, like, good for you. But if you find a situation where someone's pushing you, you never had time or space to medkit, that's your fault. You should have used an offensive skill as a defensive, lane blocking tool to get your medkit off. And that way you can survive situations that you would otherwise die in. You play the game where you're happy to die like that, up to you, but not for me. Alright, so Striker, how to use it in PvP. You saw the intro, that was full damage version. The next section is going to be with Hazard or with shock resistance. So yeah, everyone, just a short one. I'm not going to go too into depth. Oh yeah, Firewall, I mean, should go without saying. But Survivalist, if you're in a team, I do recommend it, especially if you're going to be shocking players. You will be getting that 10% stats effect damage to enemies that your teammates will get from you, which I highly recommend. And yeah, I have 20 seconds left. I think I did all the build video just fine. Very little editing needed. And yeah, it's been about over a year and a half since I've done my last build video, and I'm about to get kicked from this lobby, and I have no idea what happens. My first run, first take. I normally take more than one. Oh, here we go. What happens? Do I fail? Oh, why are they pushing so aggressively?
Hey guys, GG, type in the chat.
No shock, no kill, huh?
GG guys, GG.
You like shock, huh?
GG.
You like shock, bro? GG. You like shock? GG, man.
You like shots, bro? GG.
GG, bro. GG.
Yeah, GG, man. Good fight, good fight.
Stop hype, stop hype.
I had fun. I had fun.
Stop hype, guys. Go back. My turn.
All of you died to one guy. Holy shit.
Tier 6 bomb.
Nice double companion, bro. Bug talent, you die.
21.
You're using a bug talent.
21 up.
You're using a bug talent.
21.
Nice strafe, bro.
I'm waiting for the name of that other fucking...
When they
that
fix
other
your
account.
talent, you're...
Out of mats. Stop
Look at
hype.
you, fuck me. He's not even on my screen.
Top the most.
Nah, I'm dead.
Nah, I fucked up my strafe. You're complaining about 6% weapon damage. You realise your talents are broken that give you more damage than me.
While using that, while using that gun.
Your bugged fucking shit gives you more
Look at
damage
the
than what I
gun that
have.
You're holding. You complain about some
You what,
gun
mate?
that you're holding.
Look at what he's holding.
Complaining about...
And what? No, look what that. You're playing alongside people using the
Yeah,
gun.
I know.
Yeah, don't complain.
I'm not in a group. I'm by myself.
You're multi-grouping with a bunch of people, so it doesn't matter if you're by yourself, because you're not actually by yourself. You have eyes, right?
21.
What about 21? You're using a bug talent combo. In fact, you all are. It's funny. because what happens next patch when they fix the talent? I keep my strength, you lose yours. Work that out.
You're playing with a known cheater. Sure.
Oh, I'm playing with a known cheater. This guy. I mean, where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's in the checkpoint. Really?
That man, he's literally a fucking known.
Yeah? But known by who?
Everyone.
No. Don't give me that everyone. Known by who?
I'm in multiple lobbies. That he's fucking cheating.
Huh. What cheats?
Guys,
Where's the video evidence?
I don't know, ask him.
Where's
He's
the
one
evidence?
that's fucking
No,
gone.
if you're gonna call cheats, where's the evidence?
I'm tired, guys. Sorry.
It's funny coming from you, mate. I tracked your profile on Div. Came up as you being a cheater. Why is that?
What?
I don't know why. Doesn't make sense to
Yeah,
me because
good
you're
one.
definitely not fucking cheating. That's for sure.
Good one.
No, it literally says confirmed cheater.
Yeah, sure. Good one.
Well, you don't know about the ISAC tracker network.
You got the old school.
No, it's the ISAC tracker network. You never heard of it?
I'm getting tired of that.
No, because I don't cheat.
I mean, that's
Just
fucking
drown,
obvious.
that's it.
But you have a very suspiciously high headshot ratio. Or headshots per hour, should I say. Just wonder how you got that, really.
Yeah, I am, bro.
I mean, look, technically,
It's the
it's...
aim.
No, it's not your aim, mate.
Yeah, it is. It's just pure talent. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Talent.
101 banter, man.
Emergency lockdown protocol
Oh,
is complete.
encounter failed. Oh, I still get more time. Hey, I can waffle on for a bit more. Let's go.
Agent, we lost the plan.
Oh, look at that.
At least
Wait, can I get down there?
let's get you out of there.
Maybe I can get down there.
Shoot
Ooh.
off a flare when you're ready.
Running through rocks and shit. Oh, I can run through that. Yo, can I jump in? Oh, imagine you could jump in. Try and get in. Did I call the extraction? Oh my god, if I can only get closer. I should have to... Ooh. Well, that is trippy. Whoa. Okay. You can see the devs did not... Oh.
System curtailed.
In there, jump. Mantle in? No?
Hostiles detected.
Can I run? I can't. Oh, I can't run through that.
System active.
Ah, I can't go that way. Fuck. Oh shit! No.
Immediate medical assistance.
Got shit on. Well, yeah. There's the end of the build video. Got found by unknown. GG. Wait, does it let me respawn? No way.